How's it going? Randolph Brooks here again. I'm gonna work on another little alcohol stove. See what I can do with this little bottle. I already marked it out, just using the stacked up CDs like I usually do. I marked it with a Sharpie marker and then just scored around it with a hacksaw. So I could use a Dremel, but that thing's so loud and annoying. I mean, I really think that's just more trouble than what it's worth having to listen to that. It's an old one of the compressed Sunscreen bottles. Once you use it all up, you can break the top off and pull the little sunscreen bag out, and it's actually that sunscreen's held in a foil type bag, almost like Mylar, and then they've got the compressed air inside the can. Okay, I think the hacksaw sucks, but a pipe cutter big enough to do this costs about 85 bucks. Here's our two pieces. Just gotta clean them up a little bit now. And that's what it'll look like eventually. Something like that. As seen in another video, I'm smart enough to recognize when somebody has a good idea. I think some of the time. The gentleman suggested using a half round file, so one side is rounded and the other side's flat. Both about the same grit. And you like this method. What he suggests is you go around the inside first. Then around the outside. That was with the round part. And then, now we got them cleaned up, I'm going to work with the top section here for a minute. Okay, so what I have here is the backside little screw-in part of a light bulb. It's actually a fluorescent light bulb that got broken. Whoa. And this is a Jägermeister lid. So pretty much all I'm going to do is this piece fits in here pretty snug, so I'm going to push this down in nice and even, and it's pretty much a beautiful fit, as you can see. Clean that edge. So that's our priming chamber on the top side, smoothed out, so it's nice, not going to rip anything, it's held in. Now, just have to put the Jägermeister cap into, screw it onto the back side, so that way it creates a separate chamber from the rest of the stove. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of tripled up tin foil. I'm going to drop it into this cap and use it sort of like a pipe thread tape. It's the idea that it won't melt, but it's going to make sure that the seal between our light bulb base and this cap is fuel tight. And what I really want to do is just put this on one time. I don't want to have it coming on and off, and so we'll give that a shot. I think it should be a good enough seal. We got a little bit of tin foil hanging around there. Could clean it up. I think I'm going to do. Just going to try to tear the tin foil with a bicycle spoke to get it out of the way there. So now we have our primer pan finished. Jägermeister's tight. Tin foil is cleaned up good enough. Might mess with it a little bit more. Now I'm going to take one of the same bottles that I used. The one I used, it wasn't Bullfrog, but it's the same exact thing. It's the same bottle. I'm just going to use it to get the bottom here stretched out. Okay, so you see how easy that was to stretch out. Really, really easy. I'm going to push it together. Should be. Get it seated all the way. Check if it's leaning. Okay, looks pretty good. That thing I want to try is 1mm drill bits, which I don't think they're going to work in my drill. And I'm correct, they're not going to work in my drill. I think I can make them work though. Okay, so now should be good to go. The drill bit I was using was a safety pin that I cut, and then I just made a few bends because this drill, the chuck doesn't close all the way around. When the 3 chucks close, they leave a gap in the middle. So let's see what we can do. I mark this out for some jets. And, so there's my marks for my jets. I'm going to do double, single, double, single. Let's see how it burns. And I'm also going to try to drill these jets as much up and down like this as possible. Get them started at the same plane as the metal I'm drilling into, and then change the angle of my drill just a little bit once it starts. All the jets are now drilled. And give it a little blow test. I think it's good. I think it's good. The only thing to do now is to give it a burn test. So I'm going to use heat in the yellow bottle, and just to piss somebody off, I'm going to go ahead and have a cigarette while I'm filling it up. Now I'm going to use a syringe because I have to fill it through the jets. Granted, this design will not be good, or I won't see it as good until you're able to fill it without using a syringe on the trail. I'm just going to put 2 milliliters inside the primer pan. Why don't we just start with 1. 1 milliliter in the primer pan, 15 milliliters in the outer chamber. See what this stove does. I'd say that it's still priming up, and that those jets, flames from the jets, are going to grow. Yeah. Okay, so there you have it. I'll do a boil test on this in another video and see what kind of boil times we can get. I'll clean it up and do a final product, but that's about it. Enjoy.